It's Amanda Slover, and I'm an Aurora Water Conservation Specialist. Today we're at Nome Park Community Garden, one of Aurora's many wonderful community gardens, to talk to you a little bit about how to hand water. First things we need is a hose and a hose nozzle. If you do not have a hose nozzle for your hose, you need to get one, and you can find one wherever you can find Aurora water in the community. The first thing we need to think about is, what is our soil type? Clay is pretty common here in Aurora. Sandy is actually pretty common too. You can figure out what kind of soil is at your home garden by checking out one of our other YouTube videos. What does soil type have to do with watering my garden? Soil type affects the way the water percolates through the soil. So if you have clay soil, water tends to sit on top and take a long time to move through the profile. If you have sandy soil, water will move really quickly through your profile. So knowing the difference can really affect how long you're going to be watering your garden for, and sometimes how often. Way to know whether or not you need to water your garden is with your finger. You actually can just put your finger into the soil. I like to put mine all the way down, and I can feel the moisture in the soil with my fingertip. If you can do that too, then you don't need to water. You can check it every day. You could buy a tool to tell you whether or not your soil is moist. This is a moisture meter. If you need one, you can find one at any Aurora water tent out in the community. They'll be available for free for everybody. You just put this guy right into the soil, and the gauge tells you if you're dry, medium, or wet. Dry, moist, or wet. If you see that your moisture meter is dry, then it's time to water. That the soil is dry, we've got our hose, we've got our nozzle. The nozzle is important because it keeps the water from flowing when we're not watering. Don't water like this. Overhead watering can actually negatively affect a lot of your vegetable plants. They don't want water on their leaves. Soil getting struck with water can bounce back onto the leaves of the plants. There's pathogens in the soil, there's fungus in the air, and it's all attracted to moisture. So we want to keep our plants healthy by watering at soil level. And with a nozzle and hose, it looks like this. We love these multi-functioned spray nozzles because we can use a soaker mode and water at soil level. This is a great way to water your vegetable garden. Depending on whether or not you have clay or sandy soil, will determine how quickly or how long you leave the hose at the base of your plant. When we talk about our landscaped shrubs and ornamental grasses and whether or not we should hand water them, the first thing you should ask yourself is, how old are they? More mature shrubs can handle a little bit more drought stress. Second thing you should ask is it getting water from the 2 times a week I water my grass? If the answer is yes, you probably don't need to hand water your shrubs. If the answer is no, I don't have mature shrubs and they're not getting water from my irrigation when I water my lawn, and you need to hand water it, you follow the same protocol. Check the soil for moisture, use a hose with a spray nozzle, and you can set a timer for about 5 minutes. Water at the drip zone, just outside the size of the shrub. That's the best place to reach the roots. One thing that you could do at home for your vegetable garden or your annual flower garden is create your own watering aid. You could develop something that applies water directly to the soil level, which will give you greater yields and healthier plants. You could buy equipment at Lowe's, other big box stores, and design something that really fits your needs and your home. Plug it into your hose, put your timer on your cell phone, and then walk away. Maybe weed your garden, maybe fix dinner, and come back and turn your water off. So our vegetable gardens, annual flower beds, and herb gardens all need to be watered by hand the way that I just demonstrated. Here's a really good tip for gardening in Colorado. Mulch your veggie garden, your annual flower garden, and your herb garden. Use an organic material like straw, shredded newspaper, shredded cardboard, grass clippings. Anything that covers the soil is going to retain the moisture that you just applied. Without it, you're going to be watering more often. In this garden bed, you can see we have used straw as our mulch. We like to mulch to a depth of 3 inches. This also can inhibit weed seeds from germinating as our desirable seeds take off.